up. Alright. Microphone. Y'all can hear me. Alright, we're going to warm up a whole batch. Fairly clear. It's going to be white, pearl. We're going to heat this up, get this to activate, get that going. I'm going to make that opaline green I enjoy so much, but without a white backing. We're just going to make it opaline green. It's a color shift, but I can airbrush anything on it. I mean, I like it in white. That probably would work. We want green flecks on it, in it. I'll be right back. Be right back, guys. One bathroom being remodeled is being torn apart right now, which means we have one bathroom for 5 people. Let's go. I sent an email. I want one of each of your lures you've made. Did you? Oh, you sent an email of those? Those two can't. I gotta wait. I'm waiting for eyes. I'm waiting for eyes for these. But boy, they came out good, didn't they? So those are the 4. So I'm waiting on eyes right now. They're in the mail, but you know, they got USPS for some reason. It's just been so slow. Well, I'll look in my emails, and when I get eyes, then we'll take care of it all. And I also have hooks coming in for it. I also have hooks coming in, so you need a hook for it. I have 2 hooks here, but it's all right. I'll wait. Cooking it up. But yeah, I'll look in the email. Yeah, I need hooks and I need eyes. So we're going to paint these, but I want to make some clear ones too, so I'll get you some 6. You know, somebody just caught a 5-pounder personal best on one of my baits. I got a posting on one of my videos. So happy. It's his personal best, a 5-pounder. So, all right, that's perfect. So we need to shake this. Put some green flakes in it. This is a color shifting. I like it a lot. Now, last time I put a white backing in it, 1 drop of white in it. But since I'm painting them, I figured I really don't need that. So I want to see what one looks like. Put 50 drops. 150 drops in there. I'm going to mix this up. We got to heat this mold up, or else we'll get air bubbles. Let's heat that mold up. It's 350 degrees. Sounds hot, huh? That's why you have gloves. Hey, native, riverfront. Got good records up there. Let's see what I got there. I got Redbone. I got Steppenwolf. I got some Elvis up here. I got more. I got a bunch of really good records up here, actually. Marvin Gaye, I heard it through the grapevine, of course. So, we're just going to heat this plate up. Hot metal is, man, it's all about heat. It's all about heat. But yeah, somebody just got a 5-pound personal best on my lure. So I'm very, very proud of them. Alright, need my other glove because this particular beaker does not have a handle on it. So we gotta handle it. Till I can't handle it no more. There we go. Get that in there. Woohoo! Gets hot. So yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? I love it when people catch big stuff or any stuff on my baits. So, you know, I don't have a turntable down here. But there you got Diana Ross and the Supremes, Herman's Hermits, of course, Jailhouse Rock with Elvis. We've got Joe Cocker right there. I mean, these are some really, these are hits that you know. Really good hits. I love it. I love it. I love old music. Old music's worth it, man. They don't make music like that anymore. They just don't. So anyway, this is kind of, you can see this opaline green in it. See how it has a shifting pearl to it into a green. It's real pretty. And so with the green flakes in it, it really helps, you know, sort of get that iridescence back into it. So this right here, you see I over poured a little bit. All you do when it cools down is just push on it, and the mold will cut that out. So it's okay to over pour on an open pour, because you can just push it and cut it out once it cools down enough. So, but yeah, it's a good pour, and and it looks like we don't have air bubbles. Usually I would see air bubbles. That's the reason I heated up the mold, you know, with the heat gun. I just heated it up, and there's no differential that creates those air bubbles. So this should be a fairly clear bait. And what I'll do is that I've got, you know, paints that I can paint this. Now this right here actually this does color shift from green to kind of a brown. And this one has a color shift. This one I'm going to paint, give it a pearl white belly. We're going to sort of use the colors for striping and stuff in here. This is the same dye, just I got air bubbles in it though, but we'll paint that black. Nobody will see it. But without a black backing. So this one's more brown than that. That one's more green. It's the exact same dye, actually. Exact same dye. So, but we're going to... now I've got a new injector coming one day. Because that injector sucks. Don't go cheap, right? Don't go cheap. I should know that, right? Don't go cheap. Just because it's half the price, right? Now I know why. It's a terrible injector. Well, I'm having a bathroom remodeled. So today's demolition day on the third floor. And it's the one next to my bedroom. I'm having it completely remodeled, so the toilet, the bathtub, all that's being pulled out, and then the whole bathroom's being redesigned. So where the toilet is where the tub is going, and where the tub is now is where the toilet's going, and I can have a shower that I can fit in. So I'm pretty excited about having a shower I can actually fit in, because those phone booth showers are just terrible. So now you just sort of push down on this and it will cut using the lip of the mold. And you can just pull this off. And voila. And there you go. That's that little overflow. So, it's still very hot. But it was cool enough for me to do that. It's a very hot piece of metal right now. But yeah, I love the way those turned out. So I'm going to be painting these. And I need to get I have the window open, but I need a fan because it gets toxic in here and they can smell it upstairs. So it's like, yeah, they go, Dad, Dad. So I'm taking a group fishing on Wednesday. Rented a big boat. And big pontoon boat we rented. And my wife's going to be with me, which is a first. Well, actually, it's a second. She went fishing with me once in 1987, I think. Pretty sure it was 1987. That was a long time ago. Taking a friend's young boy who wants to go fishing with me, and then two other couples that we know. So, still pretty hot. I could probably, pull it out. But before I pull it out, what I want to do is I want to get this back up to 350. So now that the mold is hot right now, as soon as I pull it out, I want to hang it, put the mold back together, and pour the next one. And this way, the entire mold is very hot still, and it won't have air bubbles. So, anyway, we're going to put this in the microwave again. Give it another 30 seconds. We're going to demold this. We're demolding it. And there, look how beautiful that is. Man, that thing's just really cool looking. We can paint that, make that look super cool. Okay, that's going to be done. Pull this out. Put this back together. I got my little clip. That is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous color. I really like that opaline green by Dead On Plastics. And I use Black Label Dead On. It's just really tough. It's their best plastic. It is their best that they make. It's a sinking plastic. this start in, measure it. Perfect. Just need it stirred up. Try not to burn my left hand. It's funny, my left hand has nerve damage, so I don't have full nerve sensation in that hand. So I can burn it and not know it. It's weird. And I've given myself third-degree burns and looked down at my hand and says, oh, look at that. My kids get real mad at me when I do that. There we go. And we got number 2 there. That is, I mean, this is a real pretty one. I mean, look at this. I mean, that is just, it's got the clear, of course, but then it turns green when you on reflections. So it's just a really, really, really pretty. It's called Opaline Green by Dead On Plastics. And it's fun to paint it because you still got that green in it. I can give it a black back. In fact, to be honest, I'm not sure if I'll actually pour any other colors in this because I'm painting it. A lot of, doing layers, which was really cool to play with, was neat. But I don't think I need to do layers because, I'm painting. So, I've got dark water baits, clear water baits. So, but we'll probably make something, that can be a trout, a perch, a bass. It could be anything I want it to be, just when I go to paint it. So, it'll be really fun. Get a fan down here so I don't suffocate with the thinner. So, this thing is still pretty hot. It's still 100 degrees, so I'm gonna let it cool off. Let it cool off. Yeah, this is a good time. I gave Lake of the Woods a couple of these to sell, so we'll see if they can sell it. So much easier when I'm in the marina. I can sell my own baits, and it's real simple. I know how to fish them, so, and then I've got, when I get the new injector in, we're going to inject, continue working on those dancing bones. And I think painting those would be really fun too. Now I'm thinking about, after I paint these, dip them. I don't know. I got this one really giant beaker, but that's a lot of plastisol. I basically heat that baby up and then I dip it in there. These are 6-inch baits, so I don't know. I don't know. I need to buy more plastisol, evidently. Buy more plastisol. This stuff, this black label, it's probably about as expensive as it gets, but it's got so much tolerance and it's tough. So when you buy one of these baits, it'll last. The teeth of the bass is not going to destroy it. So it's really, 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 really tough plastic. So I have high confidence in this. I've already fished with it the other day, so, and the paint, stayed on really good, so didn't mess up at all. This lure coat paint, this SB coat, soft bait coat paint is designed for this, and so it just works. I had to buy all new paints. Had to buy all new paints. And I got new eyes coming, a whole bunch of them, different varieties in this size, 8 mil. And so once they arrive, who knows when, they're in California right now, Stockton, on their way here evidently, by mule. Alright, let's demold this. Let's heat this up. Get this back up to temp. Here, let's scrape some of this off so it'll pour easier, and remelt the sides a little bit. Good to go. Do 30 seconds on that and demold. We have a rhythm here. Get a rhythm here. Oh, dang it. Flopped out. Alright, there we go. Another beauty. Another beauty. I probably have way too much light on, that's why that. But it allows me to see. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Boy, it's going to be fun painting these. It really is going to be fun painting this. Alright, let's put that back together, and then we'll pour the next one. Alright, let's stir. Get those chunks all melted in there. $3.10, give or take. That's good. $3.50 activates it, but we've already activated it. Basically, we're just reheating. And this black label works really, really well. Alright, let's get the tail full. Oh. A chunk came out. We're going to have to heat that up with the heat gun. Alright, let's get the heat gun, get that on the tail. I think it'll be fine, but it happened at the tail, so. Just heat that baby up. It's a beautiful swim bait. Wait till I paint it. Wait till I paint it. Basically, I'm making my own blanks now, and then I'm painting it. I love this mold though, the G6 by Artificial AI. Alright, that looks great. We'll let that cool down, then we can push off the overflow. But yeah, it's a beautiful, beautiful color, and it does move into different colors. Let me see if we can get less light on this. You can see it. Let's see. There we go. There you can see this, maybe. So it's just I don't know if you can see that. It does change into an opaline green, and you know, with the green flecks in it, it just does a really good job. You can almost see a vein in there. In fact, watch this. I'll open up the hook slot, and that really will expose what this thing is doing. Yeah, hook slot always makes it look really cool. You can see that green inside the hook slot, you know, in there. It's really cool. And you can see it on the outside. It's just easier for me to show you, you know, in the hook slot. I use an 8/0 owner beast hook on this. So it's a really good hook. And that's what you get with them. So I do have some more, should come in the next day or so, because Discount Tackle does a really good job at getting it to me. They're in Oregon too, so it's really fast. Alright, let's pinch this off. Just sort of push down on it. And voila. Just comes off. Now it's nice and neat. Just gonna let that cool a little bit longer. And then we'll do the same thing again. We'll put this in for 30 seconds or so, and then pull it out and toss it in this nice hot mold. It's easy doing dishes because, you know, it just peels right off the fork or the knife. Woohoo! Hot, 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 hot. Yeah, these will be fun to paint. And I'm going to use the dark green on this, sort of a backing on the pearl that I'm going to put on that, and then this brown. You know, I got some ideas with that too. So with each each canvas, I could do a lot with it. This will be fun. I love this opaline green is one that I'll probably just stick with for so much stuff. I do have two other colors coming in, but those are really for the dancing bones. That's for the dancing bones. Yeah, that's pretty cool. And I put red and green flakes in these, where this one's only got the green flakes in it. Just because of that opaline green, it really sets it off. Really nice. Alright, let's put this in for 30. Demold for the next one. Alright, let's demold this one. Oh! That tail, that clump that came out, messed up the tail. So what we do with this is that we'll cut it up and we'll remelt it. So we'll make sure that doesn't happen twice now, does it? I was worried about that, so I heated it up and it just didn't fill. So it's okay. You can just remelt it. Waste not, want not. Alright. Good. Alright, have a good pour this time. Work the tail real slow. And come forward. There we go. So that is poured. Then we take this, and we'll cut it up and stick it in there in little chunks. Mix it up. And voila. And we'll have this guy will be resurrected as a good bait. It's dying. I'm filleting it. And there's its head. And we're just going to remelt that. That's the nice thing about this, is that you can just remelt. And, you know, I've got that jar right there, that giant beaker full of different colors. So if I want that color, I can just remelt it again, and voila. And voila. I love swim baits. I just love swim baits. And I like big baits. So my next mold is going to be the 4-inch version of the same one. So this is a 6-inch, so I'm going to make a 4-inch too. So they do make a 7¼ inch, but you know, 4-inch will just catch more fish. It won't be as big as this, but a 4-inch will catch. And you know, when you sell them, you want people to catch fish. And they may get frustrated and not catching a big one because it takes longer to find a big one. And an 8/0 hook, that's a pretty big hook. So that's a pretty big hook. I got a bait back there with a 10/0 in it. That's a massive hook. 10/0 hook. So we just let this cool down. We'll pinch this area right here, clean it up before we demold. That's what we'll do. Knock that down into that hot lava. So I went to the doctor today, and it's because I hurt. I blacked out a few weeks ago, and I hit the ground pretty hard. And when I came to, I was like, I could walk, but I think I may have done some soft tissue damage in my right knee, because it's been 3 weeks and my knee's still not better. So either I cracked something, or so we x-rayed it today to see if I cracked anything, and then if we'll do some therapy, and then if it still doesn't get better, I probably did some soft tissue damage. I've broken my legs a lot when I was younger. Twice each, actually. So, see, it feels familiar. Played football, soccer, baseball, track and field. I was actually in really good shape. I'd run 10 miles before I went to school. I mean, I was in really good shape. It's amazing how bad my body has fallen apart. But I never smoked. Never took illegal drugs, except for a little bit in college, but no big deal. But Yeah. My body has erupted on me. Okay, we're almost ready to demold, so we'll put this back in the microwave for 30 seconds. I'll put all the chunks in there. It'll probably take a little longer than 30 seconds, but maybe 40 seconds. But we'll see. Get those chunks all de-chunkified. That is such a beautiful, I mean, it really is a beautiful bait. You know, I'm going to darken the head. We're going to put some color on it. You know, I might make it some rainbow trouts. I don't know. There's so much that you could do with this background, this color, and for painting it. I do love the rainbow trout I did over there. It came out really, really nice, and then the crappie pattern one turned out really, really nice. Actually, they all did. You know, these just gotta get the eyes for it. But look at that. I mean, that crappie pattern turned out real good. Turned out really, really good. And then this is sort of a bleeding one. And then trout. This trout turned out real good. And then, you know, this is kind of a perch-esque, but I love the red and yellow on it. And so I went red, yellow, orange, and then I painted the back fin yellow. I think that'll catch. Those are really nice looking baits. So we'll paint these up. Alright, let's get this in the fridge and demold. Not fridge, but microwave. Demold. Alright. Another real nice one. That's beautiful. That's a good one. So put that there. Nice hot mold. Gotta hang this up. It takes a day to cure. They tell you not to put it in cold water, so I'm obeying the manufacturers of the Plastisol's instruction. A lot of people like to just toss it in cold water and get it to cure faster, but I'm not doing that because I'm obeying. Obey. And we need to mix this and then do it a little bit longer. Yeah, probably another 15 seconds or so. I'm getting used to the times on it. So, getting used to it. It'll be fun to go take my friends fishing this week. I haven't gone. Two of them never fished with me before. Everybody wants me to take them fishing. Everybody wants me to take them fishing. It's only 300 degrees. We're going to put it in for another 10 seconds or so. Get all that in there. It's all about right temperatures, everything. It's all about heat when you do these things. And really, I've learned that. And now I've only been doing it for a short time, but it's all about heat. And the nice thing about this black label is it's really hard for you to burn it. You know, so even though I do it, I get it as close as I can to the proper temperature. Even if I went over, it's hard for you to burn this. So we're that tail filled. These gloves are good, but they're not perfect. It's getting real hot in my hand. There we go. We'll just pinch that off when I need to. Voila. It's full. Yeah, these gloves are pretty good. I wouldn't recommend them, but they're pink or magenta, or whatever you want to call them. You ain't gonna lose them. Yeah, that's gonna look really good. I like it. You know, the nice thing too, even with the tail in this color, you know, when it paddles, it's going to make a lot more flash to it. So it's going to have a lot more flash to it if I don't paint the tails. So, and again, stained water, clear water. That's basically what you're seeing up here. With stained water, you want to use darker baits. And in clear water, you want to use brighter baits. So, really, really, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous color. And once you paint it, you know, it's in like Flynn, man. I mean, it's gorgeous. All right. Wait. I'm not a patient person. I do like this green. Yeah, this color shifting green to brown. Looks really good, but I have to come up with a really cool design for that. I'm going to use a pearl white on the belly, and I may really, I'll definitely be putting a texture on it. And the nice thing about putting a texture on that, the white is going to look like the back, the base color, where it's really that dark, the color shifting green that's going to be the base color. So it'll have sort of that really cool effect to it. So that'll just going to look really cool. And these, we're going to add reds and yellows to it, magentas to it, and really get these to really pop. While I'll give it a black back and darker head to it, but we're going to do some really cool colorization to this particular bait. You know, these are also great for brown trout. These are great for brown trout. These are a slow sinking, so when you toss them out there, let it go. Let it go as long as your patience allows you. And then when you retrieve it in super slow. This is the worm craw blend, so I mean, I could soften it up with some worm oil, which I have, but with a big bait, you really don't want it too soft. You want that tight, paddle. And so so this is more of a slow retrieve bait on this. Okay, now I'm pinching it off. Trying not to burn my hand. There we go. And guy's cutting up my bathtub and stuff. I mean, whew. Demolition day. They say they can remodel my bathroom by end of week. We'll see. We'll see. This company's pretty good, and So we'll see. They say 4 to 5 days to do the remodel. And it's a complete rearrangement of my bathroom. Like I said, the tub's here. It's going to go over here. Toilet's here. It's going to go over there. And I will have a shower that I fit in. Okay, demold time. Voila. It's hot. Still very hot. Still very hot. Man, it is a beautiful, beautiful bait. It's got a good hook. You know, another nice thing about this hook slot. Look at that hook slot. See how they cut it right there? This way the head has a lot more meat on it. So it's cut and it allows more meat on the head. So you really don't need that slot to go all the way up into that head, you know. So what they do is they cut it. And you can see kind of how they do that there. It's really smart, actually. So I'm going to hang this. Voila, hang it. Now I did make some baits for my friends. Some spinners, because, you know, everybody can catch a fish with a spinner. So, you know, they got it. You give them the highest degree of catching ratio. And so what I did is I made, I'll show you, a bunch of spinners, one for each of them. And the nice thing too is I put size 8 hooks on them, not 10s. So really, really, really pretty spinners. So they're all getting, you know, nice spinners. So they're all going to be able to catch a fish, because you know what? That's what it's all about. And these will catch bass, these will catch trout, these will catch everything. And it's a big blade on it. Now it's a big blade, so hopefully we'll be catching some really nice sized fish with these spinners. And the size 8, these are Gamakatsu short shafts on this. These are Gamakatsu short shafts. And I got standard shafts coming in with that order with those owner 8/0s. So this is the hook. This is the hook that you use with these baits. It's an 8/0. You can use a 10/0 if you want, but I don't see that. I don't see a need for that, because these fit really, really well. But this is it. You know, it's got the bait keeper on the front, and then it's a 3/8 ounce. It's a 3/8 ounce weight. So when you buy one of these, you get one of these with it. These are very expensive hooks. They're about $3 each. You know, these hooks are about $3 each, a little over $3 each. And but if I sold these without the hook, you wouldn't have one of these in your tackle box, I'm sure. And you'd be disappointed. Just like, I got this really cool bait, but I got no way to use it. So you got to have a hook. So the price on these, you can buy it with or without a hook if you want, and that's up to you. If you've got, you know, a couple 8/0s, tell me, and we won't price it with the extra few bucks for the hook. And you can get the bait for a lot less money. Well, considerably less, because it's not that expensive of a bait. So without the hook, it's like $15. With the hook, it's $20 for these. And so, you know, it's just part of being a hand-painted, unique bait. And I use the best plastisol money can buy. So it's durable. It'll stay durable. But they look great in the water. They really do. And the water's still warming up in Lake of the Woods here. hopefully, the day after tomorrow when we get out there, I might go tomorrow just to scout it out a little bit. This way, when I take everybody out on Wednesday, I'll know where to take them, and I might scout it out tomorrow and catch a few and see where the fish are hiding. But the lake's in the middle of a turn, so the cold water's coming to the surface, warm waters are the other way. The warm water's coming to the surface and the cold water's sinking. And when that happens, species change a lot. So when the turn happens, it confuses the fish a little bit, so the bite goes down a bit. But by the time we hit the water on Wednesday, the turn should be finished, because I was out there Friday and it was in the middle of the turn. That lake turns really, really fast, like in 3 to 5 days. It's done. It's a very fast turn of a lake. Usually when a lake turns, it gets more stained. Well, Lake of the Woods is usually 10 to 15 feet of clarity. So when it turns, it's like 8 to 12 feet of clarity. So it's still a pretty clear lake. So you don't have to worry about clarity. But that's kind of how you can tell, is when I'm in 9 feet of water and I can't see the bottom. And I know that the lake is actually in its turn. And that's what's happened this last weekend at Lake of the Woods, is that it turned on us. And all those people that were fishing it last week, they're going to go to their spot this week, and the fish aren't going to be there. They're gone. My fishing report that I have on the radio right now mentions that. So hopefully, people hear my fishing report. I'm adding a new segment to my radio show of interviews with just residents of the area. So children, adults, anybody who's passionate about fishing and likes to fish in the area, we'll do a 15-minute interview with local residents. That's going to be a lot of fun. People get a kick out of it. They get their little 15 minutes of fame too, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. Actually, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And see how easy it is to do the dishes. You just peel it right off and look, nice and clean. You do the dishes. It's the way it is with these too. That's hot, but like this right here, you just pull it out, and voila, you got yourself. It just pulls out, although there's quite a bit in here. So, put that right there, and I do the dishes. This is that color shifting right here. And so what I'll do, nice thing, sort of instead of liquid form, this is already bonded. So it's like I can just cut off a little bit, do a little mixing, see what I can do with this in a reheat. But that's going to be these 4 that we just molded. It's going to be awesome to paint these. Really, really nice to paint them. Oh God, they're such a beautiful bait. It really is. I mean, you could probably just put eyes on this and fish it just like that. I might just do that for me. Just fish it like this and see what happens. And just do one just like this. Put eyes. I might put a false eye on it, and just fish it. It's so beautiful. Such a beautiful color. I've got a topwater over there in pearl white, and that's a fantastic, eggshell, pearl whites work really, really well on baits. In clear water, of course. And in the world was that? Just sort of slipped out, I guess. Yeah, it's going to be fun. So we'll let those cure, and we'll be painting those up. I'll check my email. So I'll check my email, and once I get the eyes, I can put the eyes on. Those will be finished. And hooks. I need hooks. So this week they'll be finished. The problem about making baits, you need the hardware, you know. You need hardware. So I only got 2 8/0 hooks right now. So I only got 2. But I ordered, I think, 15 more of these. And then I ordered some size 8 gamakatsus for spinners. And the spinners are really good spinners. They spin at any speed they catch. And that's why I take everybody out. Everybody will be using a spinner or a tube. You know, give them tubes too. Tubes work really, really well in our lake. So, and me, I'll be working hard baits. We'll be throwing a 7-inch out there, or a 6-inch, or an 8-inch, you know, and, you know, I'm going to go big. We'll just get them, you know, fish on hook. And me, I won't catch as many as them, but hopefully, you know, I'll be able to draw out some, you know, 3 to 6 pounders and see what we can do there. It's always exciting when I catch something that big, so. All right, we're going to leave that, and I'll check my emails. Look for more to come, man. I was like, we've got a lot more to come. And like I said, I got some stuff coming, and we're going to be painting and molding, and we got some new colors, including a chartreuse lime color, which I think will work really, really well with the dancing bones. And this is hand painted, man. This is all going to be, basically it's my canvas. Each of these are my canvas. And we're going to have a good time with that. Guys, we're going to have a really good time on that. I love painting baits. Bait painting is fun. It's so pretty when you're done. And it's more fun when you catch something with it. Alright guys, we'll see you. Thank you for popping in. Share and check out the radio program and all the new videos that I have. So take care guys.